Dubs,
Yo, man.
fucking, it's interview time.
Is it, dude?
That was a professional intro.
Fucking, yep.
Yep. Hot Juice is here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, boys.
Nice to meet you, brother. You'll be on again already. I can tell by the amount of laughing you're doing at my bits.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
you
I'm enjoying it
laugh at
so
the
far.
If you laugh at what I say, we have you on the show indefinitely.
I'm happy with that.
Good Times is the latest track. You got a video out for it too, which is awesome because I think it's important to have both. And I love it. I like the idea of it. Where was your head at when you were doing that? You wrote it. I know you did it all. Yeah.
It was like right in the middle of COVID. I mean, and like everyone was crying about everything. So it's just more back to the basics, isn't it? You know, few beers, nothing to worry about. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
Yeah, and we'll get there. Like we'll get 100%. There again. It's not forever.
No, exactly. You know? People take life too serious, don't they? So it's just about that. You know, let yourself go, enjoy it for a bit.
I hope that, and I feel it coming, that is what's going to be the theme of like the next decade.
I hope so.
It's just everybody needs to, because can you feel the rock and roll vibe coming back? Like I can even see it in 100%. Fashion now. And once it hits fashion, you know, it's going because those guys push the product. And if the 100%. Product is rock and roll, they'll push it.
100%. I really hope so.
I can feel it. It just feels like everything else has gotten, because let's say like the last 10 years was a really bad X, right? All you want to do is get past it. So everything that reminds you of that X, you're just going to be like, I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, well, what? She hated rock and roll. Can we play more rock and roll?
That's the best analogy I've actually heard of it. I like that a lot.
Share it amongst the people. All right, let's do a thing that I love to do because it helps everybody get to know you better. And it's the first, and I know it's put you on the spot, but not really, because I can't even remember mine, and I've done this for the first vinyl. Now, this is with your money. It doesn't matter when. The first vinyl you ever purchased, the first cassette tape you ever purchased, and the first CD you ever purchased. We'll start with the record.
The record, was probably only recently.
That's fine.
A bit before my time. I think the first one I actually got was the Kings of Leon.
Ooh.
It was, I think it was Mechanical Bull when that first came out.
Those guys are great.
Oh, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. I saw them. I saw them live at Lollapalooza one year, and they were playing the secondary stage. So it must have been when their first album came out. And they looked like such Southern rock fucking dudes. Had the long hair and the bell bottoms. They looked filthy. It was fucking great. It was great. And they just grooved, man. They were pulling people from the main stage because they were so good. Yeah,
they did own the look, didn't they? They pulled off the mullet for a bit, didn't they?
Huge. They brought that Southern look straight up and were just like, fuck it. But then when they got big, they cut the hair. They trimmed it. They trimmed the hair when they got hot.
I think when they were on their way up, I think they brought the mullets too. Yeah.
They did.
I think everyone in the UK started getting mullets, you know.
That's you know what? If you can get over in the UK with a mullet, you're something special.
Yeah.
That's not an original design.
Exactly.
That's straight America through and through.
Oh, it's not at all. Yeah.
When we think of the like things throughout history that have made impacts, the American mullet is got to be like.
Well, let's come back. I'm not sure what it's like there now, but it's like all of a sudden teenagers in the UK are getting mullets again.
You know what I know?
This cool thing.
Of course, you can compare. The thing that's big here that I've noticed is the 90s look. Like I've seen people wearing the really long shirts and the chunky shoes and shit again. Whatever. You know, exactly. I'm down. It's fashion. Have at it. You know, whatever weird shit you're going to do, just have fun with it.
Exactly.
All right. What was the first tape?
I don't actually know if I've ever bought a tape in my life.
No kidding.
I don't think so.
They're
I don't
coming back
think I've-
around out here. They're getting big again.
I think they are here as well. So I'll go and I'll try and think of one that'd be the first I'll buy. I'll go and buy one tomorrow, so I'll have to give you it for now.
We'll leave it at a
XL
until the
Yeah.
next time we interview you. How about CD?
100%. CD
Yeah.
with my own money I think it was the Arctic Monkeys' first album.
What
Whatever
about
people say,
from the parents? Because my first one I've been saying was with my own money, and actually now that I remember it, my dad bought it for me. So I've been full of shit because he bought it for me. It was Eddie Money's Greatest Hits, and he bought it. I think he bought that one and Duran Duran Decades for me.
Oh, Duran Duran. Can't beat him, to be fair.
Oh, you can't. I was all over
I think the first one I was ever bought was Robbie Williams.
Oh,
Duran Duran are good though, to be fair.
yeah.
I
Robbie
don't know what album
Williams.
it was, but it's Robbie Williams. I was obsessed as a kid before I learned guitar music. I was obsessed with Robbie Williams.
He had some hits.
They did.
He did. He had Angel and he had Millennium, right?
Yeah.
That had that sick like loop. Dude was on fire for a while.
No.
He was like
yeah.
every like gay dude over here that I know had like a picture of him in his room. Like he was just absolute fire. He was hitting it out of the park. Ladies loved him. The gay community was on fire for him. I thought he was just cool. I'm like, the dude he did a boy band. Now he walks around and smokes cigarettes and does drugs.
Exactly.
I'm in.
He went from the boy band to the rock star in a bit, didn't he? Still playing
He
pop
just
music.
was like,
he took the look playing pop music.
he literally was calling
the
the Gallaghers. He was like, "You guys got
Yeah.
cocaine?" Yes, we do. We got croquet bats and cocaine. Come on over. Let's see how it goes. Those guys were really good too, though. Oasis.
Oh, they're brilliant.
They really were.
Absolutely
Like,
brilliant.
I'll always stand by them because I enjoyed their albums so much, and they're still going, and their music is still good.
Yeah.
It's just that was icon stuff, those first albums.
I love Oasis. They're brilliant.
Yeah, you can tell like and your music, if it was like if there was actually categories anymore, it would be in that arena for sure. Like it's got that vibe,
buzzing with that.
Because we'll play Good Times after the interview. What are you working on now? What do you got going on? Like what's going on? We did the things and those are great. See, it's fun for the people because they love to know.
No, it's good. It's good questions. I like it. It does put you on the spot. It makes you think, though. It makes you think back to what you're into, doesn't it?
And it shows. Sometimes it shows in the art. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I can see what your music sounds like now, because you told me that. I can see.
Let's bring a bit of Robbie Williams out in the next song.
Oh,
start bringing him back.
Get the mad tats and just get up there. Yeah. Be the lion, brother. Be the lion. So what do you got going on?
So I've just moved across from Jersey. It's like a small island in the UK to Brighton city next to London. So just getting up and running here now, I've just got like some new bandmates in ready. So we're hoping to play some shows soon, be writing some new music as well. So I want to try and get like an album out by maybe end of the year.
Oh,
like a bit of a push, but
yeah,
I like the pressure though.
There
it's
you
good
go,
to get it
man.
done quick, hit with the irons hot.
Yeah, man, get to feel the fire. You're gonna have a couple weird nights where you're gonna drink too much and just come up with some sick shit, and then you're gonna read it the next day and you're gonna be like, most of this is garbage, but that's okay because I was feeling it.
Yeah.
There'll be like tears. There'll be like tears on the page. Some whiskey.
It's very true. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Art. That's how art is created. Sometimes you got to break down the wall, and it takes a little bit of liquor. I don't know. Like I'm not a doctor.
I completely agree. I think every musician would agree.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Kiss did a whole song called "Cold Gin." Like when they wanted to beat the shit out of each other, instead of fighting, they just go drink a bunch of gin. And then they have a good time. Cold
that
gin
saved
time
a lot of
again.
bands.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, I think it, up to a certain point, I think it's what makes rock and roll absolutely brilliant.
I think so too.
You know, just because you gotta, if you want to give the big performance, and I'm not saying, and I'm all down for sobriety, but like I've been on stage, and when I really kick the asses in, it's when I used to have, I'd have vodka soda bitters, and they called it a Dio. And it settles the stomach, yet it gets you a little buzzed out of the park. You'd knock it out of the park because you got that little bit of the wall down, you know, and you can really just like be creative. Without it, I don't know how people do it.
It takes away any. That's the big does it takes away any self-conscious, but still, you're still just as free. You're not out of control of it. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like
it really lets the fire burn.
Then it does, and then it's more like how you felt when you were creating. Because you're alone, or you're with a bandmate that you trust. So now you gotta project that to an audience that you don't know. Yeah. Sometimes getting one nip in you, there you go.
It doesn't hurt. Never hurts, is it?
This is not a good conversation.
Medicine.
It's just, this conversation is not for the children.
No, definitely not. They'll know one day, though. They'll understand.
They will when they grows up. They'll understand that sometimes you need a little shot of the liquor to really give it all you got. And not weed, kids. Stay off the weed before shows. It'll make you feel weird. After show joint. All right? Let's not give bad advice.
You'd play free beats behind everyone else, wouldn't you?
It's the best advice in the world, I think. We're giving good advice to the kids. So who did you listen when you were getting into music? Like, what band or bands made you want to make songs like Good Times?
So it's like bands like, I love like the Arctic Monkeys, the White Stripes, you know, because all the upbeat stuff like that. I absolutely love the Rolling Stones. You know, you get stuff like Satisfaction, you know, that's kind of same idea. But it's all about, but just getting something that gets people happy, you know, because like I was saying before, there's so much shit happens where people just moan about and always, you know, they're always upset and down about something. So just something to be like, you know, fuck it, have a good time, you know.
Yeah, just for a bit.
It shows, that's what it is. People aren't going out to watch a show, are they, to go and sit and cry through it? You know, you want that escapism, you want them to enjoy it. And it was just like trying to like reflect that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think that's our best thing, is the energy it shows. So I thought, you know, we need to kind of replicate it, you know, in a song, and that was it.
Well, it worked. And in the video too. If you watch the video too, because you guys are just, there's beers and you can just tell it's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you see that, and then I wanted to have a beer after I watched the video. I really did. I was like, man, I could go for a beer right now. I don't know if that's what was supposed to be happening, but that's what happened.
Yeah,
no, but I was like, man, I'd love to party right now. I'd love to hang out with a bunch of people and laugh and drink beers. And so, like, you did your work as an artist.
That's what the video ended up. It was the first time the guy that does videos was like, normally he would be like, he didn't mind if people had a beer or whatever. But this time he turned up and he was like, right, everyone, just have a few beers, enjoy it. And he's trying to egg everyone on to treat it like a party. He didn't want anything serious, nothing planned. He was like, just go for it and enjoy it, which was really nice, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, that's how you get the real fun stuff, and it comes through. That's why I think it's important. And I've noticed a lot more bands, at least if they're not making a music video, then they're doing the lyrical videos.
Yeah.
I just think it's important when people like to look at YouTube and they want stuff fast, and you have to represent yourself everywhere as a musician.
Yeah.
There's like no break to it, unfortunately. You got to do a video. You got to be on the Spotify. You got to be on all these platforms, because some people only use certain ones.
Exactly.
And actually taking the time to make a video shows way more effort than just the lyric one, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just, I enjoy the visual.
No, 100%. No, I do as well. I've always thought that it's like it is an important thing, isn't it? Because I even think back to when I was younger, stuff like MTV. You just
Yep.
have that on the telly all the time, watching the videos, and they'd be belting through. Some of them you wouldn't understand what was happening, but it was good to have something there, to watch the video. They're brilliant.
Absolutely. And that's why, like,
good videos.
It's so, oh my God. Like, what year were you watching it like crazy? Because there was like some really amazing times in videos. And then they kind of just, that all went away. Like MTV was just like, we're done. Why?
And all of a sudden it was just reality TV, wasn't it? I mean, all the videos kind of slipped off MTV and somewhere else turned into like Teens Pregnant and Catfish.
Yeah.
It all just died out, didn't it?
I don't understand.
No sense to me.
Me neither. Like, I'll volunteer. I'll start a show. I'll start a show at 1 a.m. and it can go till 5 a.m. and it's music videos. Yeah. And I guarantee everybody will watch that motherfucker.
No, exactly. And that's the thing. The worst thing is obviously like you watch it and then you're like, oh, that's what I want to be. I want to be on MTV and that. And now
there isn't one.
Gone. No, exactly.
Geez, I never even, honestly, I never even thought about that as a musician, watching videos and wanting to grow up to be on MTV, and it left.
You're like, great, too late now.
MTV was like, later, and you're like, dude, you're called MTV. Change your name.
I like the way they've stuck to it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, no shit. Isn't it?
Like, and really, how much does it cost to produce a music video show? Like, you hire like one dude or one chick or one person, one whatever, and then you play videos behind them. That's the show.
Literally.
I just produced it.
I can't understand where it died out either.
Everybody you
talk to, they need to bring it back.
Because everybody you talk to enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, everybody.
One thing, like you were saying before, the 90s fashion coming back in. It could come back in though. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Here, we'll push it.
Just gigantic T-shirts, and we'll put some makeup on Carson Daly, throw his ass back in there. Sorry, bro. It ain't over for you, man. We need you back.
Yeah, drag him in. Drag him all back.
We can tranquilize Dart, Matt Pinfield, and throw him in there.
I like where this is going.
He's like, I don't want to do it. Pinfield, dude.
Yeah.
You're legend, bro. Get the fuck back in there. The people want you back in there. And who was the other guy? Ricky Rackman from Headbangers Ball. Back in there, Ricky. Where's downtown Julie Brown? Is she still alive? She was like from the original. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
Her catchphrase was like wubba 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 or something. The fuck was that, dude?
It was wild times back then.
It worked though.
Different to that. You get away with stuff.
Oh, you just have a fluorescent pink hat on that said wubba 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 on it, and everybody knew what the fuck you were on to. They knew. Yeah. All right, my man. Tell the people where they
simple about times.
It was simple. It was. There was less COVID. There was less
people
pandemics
happy. Yeah, exactly. There's probably COVID then, but no one cried about it.
No one gave a shit. They were all on cocaine.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
They're like, what the fuck's COVID?
That's all yeah, exactly.
You mean a nap? No, I don't need a nap. I need more coke. It's the 80s.
That's what COVID could have done with last time, couldn't it? Everyone would have been happier.
No one talks about that. Cocaine cures COVID.
Doctors are scared, mate. I'm telling you.
They don't want to do it. It knocks it right out, though. It's like 1800s medicine.
Yeah.
It works out perfectly. Tell the people your the social media accounts and stuff so they can check out your tracks and get them on their playlists for their listening enjoyment.
So we've got a website called hotjuiceband.com. That's got everything on there, the links to everything, but on Spotify and Apple Music everywhere, just under Hot Juice, and Instagram, Hot Juice Band. I think Twitter's Hot Juice Band as well. And Facebook, the same, Hot Juice Band.
Beautiful.
Everywhere.
It's easy to remember. We're all over the place.
Try to keep it as simple as possible.
Hot Juice, thank you for calling in and talking about some music with us.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, brother. We'll have you on again. Let us know when you're getting ready to do that album and we'll get you on.
Yeah, 100%, man. No, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's great
beautiful.
to probably meet. It's great to probably speak to you. That wasn't just over message as well.
Ah, it was a blast. And now we get each other's tone. So when we're sending messages, we'll get the jokes.
Exactly.
Have a great one, brother.
You too, mate. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.